This past week, my wife Laura and I had a visit with our dear friends Fletcher and Catherine, who live down in North Carolina. They are leaders in their home church, and Catherine shared with us a book that she's been reading that is called Bittersweet by Susan Cain. And the subtitle of this book is How Sorrow and Longing Make Us Whole. And it's a book about the importance of sadness and melancholy. Now, some people might think that a book like that would be a big downer, but it is not at all. It's a book that feels grounded and honest and true. In the early pages of the book, Susan Cain describes coming across an idea that is shared by religious traditions of all different kinds down in the world, down through the years. And the idea is that we should desire to participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. We should desire to participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. And as soon as I read that, I thought, that's what Easter is all about. And so during these weeks when we are reflecting on and claiming the promises of the resurrection, I thought to myself that to participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world, that's what Easter is all about. And Susan Cain goes on to say that when she first came across that idea, she realized that it did not mean to dance thoughtlessly on the graves of people or to be passive in the face of evil. Participating joyfully in the sorrows of the world does not mean that sort of thing. Instead, it means to enter into and accept the fact that life is hard, losses are hard, and they are real, and they hurt. And we need to honor all of that. And somehow, by honoring the hurts and the losses of ourselves and others, by making space for them and appreciating them, we discover a joy that lives alongside the sorrow. And I think this is so helpful for us in our society and in our world. Because our culture, our society, will call children crybabies if they weep. And our culture will shame people into keeping a stiff upper lip in the face of enormous losses, and then will say that that means you're being strong. But that kind of brittle strength comes at a huge cost to our souls. And the promise of Easter that we are receiving and celebrating and living with these days, the promise of Easter is that death and loss do not have the final word in our lives. But the promise of Easter does not mean that death and loss don't hurt or don't cause us great sorrow. The resurrection of Easter does not cancel out the cross of Good Friday. Easter holds and honors Good Friday, which is why people of faith participate joyfully in the sorrows of the world. Friends, have a good week, and we'll see you soon.